What's up, Guru Nation? This is the Guru coming to you from the lab. Occasionally, as you know, I like to do some lessons and share with you some of the drills that I like to use with my students. And this one's a very important one, I think, because we're talking about impact, and we're talking about a very good player here. This is one of my students, Eric, and he is chasing the dream of trying to get to be a scratch player and also playing for a living at some point. So I think you're going to find that he has a very athletic and very good golf swing, but struggles a little bit with his hands and the bottom of his golf swing and the impact position. So we've worked hard on getting the club on plane, getting him connected, and now working on impact to where the club face is going to stay a little more open through impact, so he can make room for the draw that he normally hits, rather than when his right hand gets a little active and he gets the flip going, he can hit some pull draws or some pull hooks. So I've got his before swing over here on the left. I'm going to run that back. As you can see, a very centered pivot, which I like to see for good players that get the club shallow enough, and his tendencies to get it too shallow sometimes. So this is a good pivot for him to keep him a little more on top of the ball and help him to reach low point more successfully. So as he comes down, you'll notice that he starts to lose his lag a little bit early, and the right hand takes over a little bit, so it causes the club face to close too soon and too quickly, and he tends to get some hooks and some pulls with his irons. So if you've seen any of my past videos, one of the first few things that I've worked on and shared with you guys is some release drills, and it's my contingent, and what I've found through helping golfers achieve better impact is, especially for right-handed players, the tendency for the right hand to overtake the left. So I feel like, if we can coordinate and train and strengthen the left arm and left hand and teach it to do something a little bit better, it can start to support the impact condition more regularly and get a more forward-leaning shaft and a flat left wrist. So we worked a little bit on some left arm only drills, which I'm not going to show you here. I'm just going to get right to the claw. And then we worked on the claw drill, which is simply placing the right hand up on top of the left, where it's just guiding the club as opposed to really participating in the swing just for coordination. But he's really swinging this with his left arm only. And I want you to notice the difference from taking the right hand out of the golf swing and training the left. I'm going to bring him up and then back to impact. And this is really where I started to notice, just really in the last couple of years, that this has some value in training that left arm. So you can see that would be an impact position that we would all love to have, where the left wrist is bowed a little more and the hands are a little more over his left leg as opposed to the middle of his body or even over his right leg, which is where he gets sometimes when the swing gets even more out of sequence. So this has helped Eric tremendously, as you can see how that is just a really outstanding look to the impact position, and allowed him to hit the ball more solid and also control his direction. So the face is a little more open at impact, which allows the ball to start to the right and then fall back to the left at the target. So I'm doing an article for Golf Illustrated that will be out next year on this very thing, which I call Hands and Arms University. And it's just educating the hands and really strengthening and training the left arm so that it can work together with the right arm. As Mr. Hogan said, you not only have to hit hard with the right side, but also the left. So I think it's a balanced attack when we're talking about impact, and I'm sure a lot of you out there can debate that or whatever, but this is what's worked for me, and I suggest that you try it. I would guess if you took anybody off the PGA Tour, Nationwide Tour, somebody plays at a high level, and told them to hit some shots with their left arm only, they could do it. And I would guess they're not going to scoop it and top it. So good players know how to do this, and then when you start coupling that with both sides and balancing it out, you tend to get better results. Now, backtracking a little bit is, we've definitely got to make sure that, the basics are in place, the grip and the club face are square or how we want it to be, and the club is swinging on a decent plane before I start to work on these things. So you can see that his golf swing is definitely on a pretty good plane coming down, and this is even better as he tends to get a little shallow at times. So I'm trying to get even a little bit more on top of the ball there. So that allows me to start to work more on impact and feel like that we can really get some excellent results. So try the claw drill and let me know how it goes. Thanks for checking out the blog. For those of you that this is your first time, welcome to Guru Nation, and check out the blog at golfgurutv.com, and I will see you next time.